there's nothing more relaxing than sitting around the kitchen table with family and friends, sharing great food, laughs, and memories. And I think that Jacqueline Miconi would agree with me. She's a teacher full-time, mom of 2, and has somehow managed to squeeze in writing her second cookbook, Celebrate Italian Style. Here to show us another delicious recipe is Jackie. Welcome back. So good to have you.
Oh, thank you, Desiree. It's great to be here.
Now, let's talk about this. What are we going to be making today? Because you brought 2 things for us to make today.
We're
Very
making
excited.
2 things. They're not necessarily something you want to pair together.
Right.
But they're definitely great summer dishes.
Okay.
We're making zuppa de clams fra diavolo.
Zuppa de clams fra diavolo.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're also making espresso regot cups.
Okay.
So that's our dessert. This is our main dish.
This is the nice main dish. Now, what does fra diavolo mean?
It actually means from the devil. So this is a pretty hot and spicy dish.
I like that.
And it's super easy to make.
And so appropriate that you would bring the red hot, of course, hot sauce. We love that. There we go. Can I turn that around? There we go. Now, let's get things started here. Now, how do we get all this going?
Okay.
So
right now, we already have a stick of butter and about a 1/4 cup of olive oil.
Okay.
We threw in about 5 cloves of garlic, minced up nice and small.
Okay.
And the next thing we're going to add is 1 can of crushed tomatoes.
Now, Jackie, are we bringing this to a, like, we're going to
bring
brown
it to a simmer. Well, no, it's already been kind of sauteing for a little while. We don't want it brown. We just want it sauteed.
And so
we've already done that. We're going to add a whole can of crushed tomatoes.
Whole can of crushed tomatoes.
Yep. Pour it in.
Perfect. Okay.
And then we're going to add 1 can of chicken broth.
Chicken broth already done for us.
Yep.
Perfect. Put that right on in there. And you can use vegetable broth if you wanted to, right?
Absolutely.
You can use whatever you want.
Any kind of broth.
Okay.
And then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of white wine.
Oh, I love that.
Chardonnay is probably one of the better ones to use when cooking. I do not recommend the store-bought cooking wines.
I'll taste it. I'm just joking. I'm just teasing. My producer's probably yelling back there at me. All right.
We're then going to shoot in about 2 tablespoons of red hot.
Oh, I love
the thing about that is people can adjust that to however hot they want it. You don't have to use 2 tablespoons if you don't like it that hot. So.
Okay. We'll just make it. We'll make it kind of hot. How about that?
And we have 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper.
All right. Now this again to taste.
Absolutely.
Okay. But this is your
I like
recommendation.
it a little bit on the spicy side, so.
Now you are a teacher at Bailey out in West Haven. West Haven is in the kitchen today.
Yay.
I love it. So how does it feel to have the summer off?
It's awesome.
They're watching. They're
awesome.
like, easy.
The countdown has begun, though. It's August.
I know. It's
only
almost
a few
that
more
time.
weeks. All right, now we're going to throw in about a teaspoon of salt.
Okay, a teaspoon of salt. All right, let's crack that baby open. Okay, and put that in there.
Yeah.
Isn't that about good? I want to go overboard. Okay.
And then we're going to throw in our parsley. That's fresh parsley, about a tablespoon.
Okay.
2 tablespoons.
Okay.
All right. So once you kind of bring this up to a simmer, we'll let that kind of start going. We're going to throw the clams in and we'll cover it up.
Should we throw the clams in now?
We got to wait for it to just get a little bit hotter, simmer, and then we'll throw those in.
Beautiful. We're starting on the second recipe now. Now this again, you said not necessarily go hand in hand, but you're a mom of 2.
Yes.
And your kids love sweet, so it's only appropriate that you have something kind of sweet. Okay, what is this?
We're making espresso regot cups.
Okay.
So this is, again, so simple, so easy, great when you're having people over.
That's what she says. All right, that's what she says.
You have 2 pounds of regot.
Okay, 2 pounds. Put the whole thing in there?
Put that whole thing in.
Oh, my goodness. Jeez, Lord have mercy. All right, here we go.
I love it. Use whole milk regot because the consistency is a little bit heavier. The part skim you can use, but it won't be as thick.
Okay.
So you like the whole milk. Yep.
Okay.
You're going to throw in a cup of confectioner sugar.
Already weighed out for me. Cup of confectioner sugar?
Yep.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Might have to scoop it out.
All right, here we go. I'm not afraid. Oh, there we go. Little sound effect. Okay. Then what?
Set up here.
Okay.
We got 2 teaspoons of cocoa.
Okay. Throw that cocoa in there. All right. And you're saying when we're doing the one with espresso because, again, we're all adults here and we can handle it.
Yes.
Not for the babies because they'll be bouncing off the wall.
For the kids, you do the recipe the exact same way. You would just eliminate the espresso.
Perfect.
You might want to throw a little Benadryl in there, you know. Just kidding.
And just not tell anybody. There we go. Now, this, again, is espresso.
This is, and it's instant espresso. You don't want to go and get your espresso that you would use to actually make the coffee, but this is the instant kind. That's what you would need.
Perfect.
And you're going to use 5 teaspoons of espresso.
And am I stirring this?
We're actually going to blend it up. You got a blender right next to you, right after we get everything in.
Okay, let me start blending that. Can I start now?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay. Okay, Sonia would be laughing at me. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait a second now.
A little pinch of salt.
Having way too much fun in here. All right.
And we're going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Now, is this recipe in your, I feel like I am on a construction yard.
Right?
Is this recipe in your cookbook?
This one is not in my cookbook. cookbook.
Okay.
The soup of the clams is in the cookbook, though.
Okay. So I'm going to blend this together. Is that almost ready to put the stuff in there?
Oh,
Because
this is
we're up against the
definitely
clock. Okay.
Clams in.
Don't leave me in the kitchen by myself. This is just, okay, this is a hot mess over here. There we go.
We can start.
Okay.
Pour it in.
Okay. There we go.
You want to throw in the clams and I'll finish this up?
Yeah, girl, let me throw these clams in over here. Now, this is what she says. When you throw these clams in here, if you bring it to a boil, then what happens?
Then you're going to cover it. You're going to put it, you're going to keep it on medium.
Okay.
And you're going to let them simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And most of them should open by then. If you have ones that don't open, you don't want to eat them.
Okay.
So you just kind of let them sit. Okay. And if you want more broth, you can kind of alter this dish. You can add a little bit more white wine. If you want a little bit more broth, you could throw some more in. And I usually like to serve it as an appetizer. Okay. So you get some pepper biscuits, which are called frizzelle. Okay. And you could do it that way, or you can serve it over some spaghetti. However you like to do it. I like to serve it as an appetizer. So.
Yeah, I'm filling this right now. Listen, if you like this recipe, all you got to do is come to our website, WTNH.com, click on Connecticut Style, and get the book Celebrate Italian Style. Jackie Miconi